Okay, Rod, so you take on Welling this weekend. Do you think that, given how the last season ended with in a playoff defeat against them, do you find it's got a special feeling to this one, or what do you think?
No, not really. It's just another game of football and another tough game of football. So I think last year it's a totally different side. Obviously Steve King's now moved on and Mark's now sort of stepped back into the manager's role, and he's obviously quite experienced to that as well. He's had some promotions in his time as well, so it's still going to be a tough game, still under good management, and the players that have signed are all good enough for this level, and I think it's just going to be, we've got to concentrate on ourselves rather than worry about Welling, as I've witnessed again at the weekend and against Dartford, that we have got a good squad here, and we're at home. We really need to take the game to them on Saturday and make sure that if the players perform like they did in the last two games, then there's no reason why we can't come away with a decent result. But we know it's going to be tough, and as I say, there's a few old Chelmsford City players in there as well, so that always adds a bit of spice. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, and hopefully the boys train tonight, injury free, and we'll be ready for Welling and Maidstone on Monday.
You mentioned that they've got a few old Chelmsford players, Rob Swain, Joe Anderson, Cookie. They have also got Kudasonye Anuga, but he's obviously on dual reg at Margate. Do you know what to expect from those sort of players on Saturday?
Aaron Cosgrove's another one.
Aaron Cosgrove as well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we know, obviously, Joe done well for us at the club, and the short time Rob was with us. They've done well for the club, so we know what they're about, and obviously they're very experienced at this level. They've had promotions themselves, them two players there. Obviously a little bit different for the likes of Aaron, who's just coming through, but when anybody comes to Chelmsford, it's one of them places where it is a big game for them, because I do think we're probably one of the teams in the division that people want to play. And Melbourne Park is a good place to come and play, so there's always a good atmosphere, a good crowd, and I'm sure they'll be sort of looking forward to turning up here Saturday and trying to do their best to try and sort of come away with a victory. But what we've got to do, we're nursing one or two players, getting them through various situations. I think we are stronger than what we've probably sort of was in the previous couple of games where I moved it about. Obviously Robbie Simpson coming in to give us another dimension. Billy Knott's training tonight, so there's another dimension. So, listen, once we get these players obviously out on the park and training and playing games, I think we're as good a squad as anybody in this league. So, all we've got to do is eradicate any silly mistakes, which we've done last couple of games, that we felt crept in against, the likes of Concord and Weymouth, and really be positive on the front foot and try and see if we can score some goals. We never scored away to Havant, but I don't think many teams will, to be fair. I think we had some chances to do that, but I think that was a very entertaining draw down there. And I think both teams from Saturday would have probably been quite pleased with a point. So that gives me a benchmark, knowing that Havant are going to be definitely there or thereabouts. I don't see them falling away, and especially at home, I think they're very strong. So the positives we take out of that is the last two games against them and Dartford, defensively we've been very good. It's going to be about doing that again over the bank holiday weekend, and seeing if we can sort of be a little bit sharper in front of goal when these chances do come, opportunities are there. I felt we had some opportunities as well against Havant, but in Ross Warner down there, they've got a decent keeper, so you have to say that was a tough game. But these games are probably going to be slightly different. They're going to be, I would think, I think it's down to us to really sort of put the pressure on Welling on Saturday, and I think for Welling, they've got some match winners in there as well, so we have to be mindful defensively. They're quite sound, but we have to be mindful they've got players that can score, giving them opportunities, such as the likes of Goldberg and people like that, and the boy Adam Coombs. So yeah, we'll be mindful of what their strengths are, and we'll also be mindful what we can try and find as their weaknesses.
And we're 6 games in now, I think, 6 games. And, the new squad that we've assembled, who's standing out for you so far?
In this division?
Yeah.
I haven't seen everybody, to be fair. Obviously, you have to say Wiltstone, because they're sitting at the top of the league. Obviously, you have to just be mindful, as I say, that this league is a tough league and there's a lot of good teams in it. The league's a little bit sort of, I think it's got a misreading to it at the minute, because I'm still sure that the likes of Maidstone and that will be strong and be there come the end of it. And all of a sudden it just shows what a couple of wins can do for Braintree up the road. So, you know, from looking like that they'd lost, I think it was their opening 3 games, they've gone and won back-to-back games, and that gives you 6 points. So all of a sudden, you know, they're halfway up the table. So I don't think we can really judge anybody at the minute, but we'll still be mindful that we know that probably along with Billericay, obviously Welling, Maidstone, Avon, all potential teams that can, you know, win this league. Along with the likes of Bath as well, they're another tough side. So there's a lot of good teams in this division, and I think it's a good league this year. For the fact is, I think pretty anyone can put a run together and have a chance of winning it. And then, as we know, especially more than anybody, that the playoffs are a lottery, which we haven't seemed to found the right ticket for that on three occasions. But listen, we're still in it to try and first of all make sure we make them playoffs, and you know, if we are really good through the season, then who knows that, you know, you'll be looking to try and get promotion somehow. So, but I don't think there's any teams in this division. People say to me, you know, who would you know, teams that you could recommend that might even go down? I can't see it. Because every team in this league on their day can beat the team at the top. So that's what I think is the great thing about this league this year, that it's not an open league as far as someone's just going to run away with it. I think it's more open to the fact is that who's gonna you know, be there at the end of it, and obviously try and win the title. So I think I could probably say there's, in my opinion, probably 10 teams now that I think have all got the chance to do that. And even with the playoffs, there's no give-miss. You know, for us to get in the playoffs this year, let me say that we've got to have a really good season to even achieve that. So, but listen, it's down to us to try and make these things happen. And
after winning, we've got Bank Holiday Monday away at Maidstone with John Steele and Hacken at the helm. They've got a slightly changed team from last season when they got relegated. What sort of test are you expecting from them? Because they haven't had the greatest start so far.
Well, there's a few sort of key points to me. I think one, it's on AstroTurf. Whether Maidstone have got to grips with that yet, because all what people don't understand, but I don't think all AstroTurfs play the same. I think some are different. Some might be quicker, some might sort of, if you like, be slower. Some might have less of a bounce. It is. And obviously the disadvantage of playing there on that one-off occasion is you can't train on it, you don't know what it's going to produce. So I think we need to deal with that well on Monday. And then I think the other thing is we got to deal with the crowd. They get some very good crowds down there. I did notice their crowd had looked like they dropped from 2,600 to 18. Now, whether that's people sort of not happy or just because it's a time of year, a lot of people are going away, whatever. But, you know, there's definitely going to be over 2,000 there, I would have thought, on that bank holiday. And my boys have got to sort of deal with that as well, let alone play a very decent team. Obviously, look, you know, if you're talking about managers that can win this division, then still he's got to be one of the managers who you'd have to say is favourite, because he's done such a great job over the years, and along with Akan as well. So, you know, for us, there's all different challenges there. But listen, you know, when we dissect it all boils down to it's 11 against 11 on the day, and I suppose it will be how well Maidstone have looked and taken care of their squad over the 2 games. And obviously we've got to look at the same, because when you've got experienced teams, it's very difficult, and we have this problem on a Monday evening, let alone Monday afternoon. But the problem is when you're playing 2 games in 72 hours, it's very difficult. And squad rotation sometimes does come into that. So, as I say, there's going to be lots of things. Let's get Welling out of the way first of all. But yeah, listen, I'm looking forward to seeing John and going down there and seeing if we can outwit him on the day. But as I say, if John's got anything to do with it, I think they've signed a lad, centre forward, Matt Clure, I think it is.
I'm not quite
Yeah,
quite sure.
okay. I think they've said what he scored from at the weekend. I think he was the lad that was at all the shots. So, yeah, they're looking to strengthen because at the moment, let's be honest, the results and the points that they've amalgamated up to now have not been what Maidstone are looking for, and it'll be the manager's job to move things about and make them stronger to start winning some games. But let's just hope that that don't start on Monday. So I'm not sure who they've got before that. Who have they got? Do you know who they've got?
I'll be honest with that, I don't know.
Okay, so, but listen, whoever they've got, as I've already said, it's going to be a tough game for them because there's no easy games in this division. So, but yeah, at the moment we've pulled our season around a little bit, and you know, to get 6 points in a short time for anybody over the weekend is going to be a real big, you know, part of what they're trying to do, and we need to try and get all 6 points if we can. But as I say, we're training tonight. Make sure everybody's all fit and ready to go, and let's see if we can produce a good performance on Saturday, and then we'll look at the situation, getting ready for Monday, and hopefully we can go and produce something down at Maidstone that's worth having. So yeah, looking forward to the weekend. I think it's a weekend that's probably come a bit too soon in this crazy August, I have to call it, because it is mad the way that we have to play so many games in a short time. But hey ho, it is what it is, and I won't moan about it. We just get on with what we've got to do, and hopefully we come out of it the other side with some good points.
And finally, we mentioned at wedding, we've got quite a few ex-Claret players. When we go to Maidstone, we've got quite a few ex-Maidstone players: Tom Rake, Jamar Loza,
Ollie
Muldoon as well. You know, are you expecting, or would you like them to have that sort of fact that they know what to expect on that sort of pitch and deliver?
Yeah, that's an added bonus. I mean, that's, you know, obviously they've been at the club, they know what to expect, they know the expectations of the Maidstone supporters. They obviously know the pitch far better than probably the rest of us will do. I have played down at Maidstone, so, you know, but that was a one-off game, so I don't know how to pitch. That was a couple of years ago when they won the league before. But yeah, I'm hopefully that these boys that we've got in our squad want to go there and prove them wrong. As far as, you know, they want to turn in a good performance and hopefully help Chelsea get a good result. So I think in this division you're always going to get, whenever we come up against teams, and it's going to happen, there's going to be players that sign for Chelsea that want to go and basically sort of prove the opposition wrong because they've played for them in previous seasons. So for me, that's a personal thing for them. But collectively, we just need to be really good on the day, and hopefully, if them boys are selected, then they might sort of be able to help us hopefully get the result that everybody's looking for.
Perfect. Cheers, bud.